So, Ken, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to.
I'm going to have to do it. All right. No, I don't need it. I don't need it.
No, not use the head. I meant get in the V berth.
Do I really have to?
Welcome to BoatFools Sailing.
Oh, and there she is.
Where we search high and low along the coast of Maine and beyond for the perfect used sailboat.
Down. Well done.
The grace of the harbor sets you out sailing and to keep these classic beauties out of landfills. Along the way, we find some stowaways and do some actual factual sailing ourselves. So come along, it's a lot of fun. Welcome back, BoatFools Nation. I'm here with Canadian Ken, of course, and we're down in Brunswick, Maine today. It's a beautiful summer day, and we're checking out a really amazing little boat.
Yeah, this is cool. It's a Nordica 20. And it was built in 1983. There's only like a couple hundred of these built.
Correct.
And it's on a trailer, so you can see it gives you a lot of flexibility. We're calling this sort of the gateway boat.
And what Ken means by that is the current owners have only owned this boat for about a year, but they were boaters, but not really sailors, and they bought this and they started sailing and they fell in love, they became addicted, and they're actually out of state right now buying a much bigger boat. So when you say gateway boat, Ken means gateway drug, right? So you try sailing in this thing, you're gonna get addicted, so buyer beware.
Yeah.
This boat is cool. They've crossed oceans. I don't know if I would, but that's up to the skipper.
Yep.
These are really kind of a cult classic, so we're really excited to show you. So let's
go check it out.
All right, so here we are, checking out the beautiful transom and stern of this boat. It's a rounded canoe stern, and it really is a beautiful look. And funnily enough, the name of the boat is Tennyson. And the owners liked the name so much, because it came with it, they left it.
Yeah, and we thought it might be Lord Tennyson, who was the English poet laureate.
Correct, yeah.
And he was sort of a seafaring guy, and he wrote a poem about Ulysses, right?
Right. And I think he had a famous line. It was, the Ulysses said to his crew, "'Tis not too late to seek a newer world," or something like that.
And how appropriate.
How appropriate, right? So if you feel like you need to get away,
here it is.
So again, a beautiful canoe stern. Look at the shape to this.
I know. It's just,
yeah, really pretty. External transom hung rudder. These boats sometimes came with a Renault 7 horsepower diesel. This one has an outboard bracket and outboard, which we'll show you, but you had options. So this is really set up for convenience sake, right? You don't have to tinker with a diesel. You've got an outboard, so you can bring it into the shop to be repaired if there's a problem. You don't have to haul the whole boat.
But beautiful. I love how the rudder just integrates into the whole keel.
It's a piece of art.
It's gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. The wood on this is beautiful. It's all been varnished. It has a new coat of ablative bottom paint on it. As Ken mentioned, there's a trailer. It does come with the trailer. And this boat is just shy of 20 feet overall. It's 19 and a half. And on the water, she's 16 and a half. And it's a full long keel with a cutaway forefoot. And her max draft is 3 1/4 feet. So really shallow. But this is a rugged boat. Now it's on a trailer, but I wouldn't say it's classically a trailer sailor. It takes a little while to get the rig set up. According to the owner, you know, from start to finish, maybe a couple hours until you really get it down. And you need sort of a gym pole and a tabernacle set up, and this boat isn't really designed for that. So this can sit on a mooring or a slip, but in the meantime, if you don't have either of those, you could set this up for a long weekend getaway or go cruising for a week and spend the time to set it up at the dock and then just disappear. So
I was going to say, one thing I noticed from some of the drawings is that the port lights are a little different from the original design. Is that right?
That's correct, Ken. Yeah, nice. Thanks for reminding me. So these sort of had fixed deadlights that were sort of angled and cool looking, very retro looking.
Yeah.
These look like they were retrofitted at some point with opening ports, which frankly is probably a better setup.
You get a little more ventilation.
Yeah. So this boat has original gel coat and it is mint.
I love it.
You can see the reflection in it. It's gorgeous. It's a really pretty boat. A beautiful sort of spoon bow there that's almost plumb. It's really, really an interesting look.
Yeah, that's true because of this little extra detail as it comes out in the prow.
Yeah. It's almost plumb there. Interesting.
It is. And I was going to say, notice a little bit of the tumble home on the top there.
Yeah, look at this. Right down to the rub rail, the curve right here. Nice rub rail. All this is rugged, solid, and in really, really good shape. Lifelines that look like they're Dyneema.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And nice little pulpit. There's your mast. It's got a, in 2018, the roller furler was replaced with a Harkin roller furler, and at the same time, a new Genoa was made, and I believe the mainsail is a North Main. But her beam is just shy of 8 feet, about 7'6", 7".
Yes, I was going to say, when you look at the plan on deck, she looks like an amoeba.
It does, yeah, a perfectly shaped amoeba. The boat and trailer are, well, the trailer anyway is registered for 2026. The boat needs a new sticker, but the trailer is ready to go. I mean, not a blemish on this boat. It was bought up in Sedgwick, Maine a year or so ago, and actually 2024, I think, and brought down here to Brunswick, Maine. And honestly, it's in excellent condition, at least on the topsides and keel. The Nordica has almost a twin sister called a Hallman 20, both of which were built in Canada. And the Hallman 20 apparently has a little more headroom, and we'll check that out when we go below decks. But the Nordica is distinguished by the round porthole in the forward V-berth area, and the Hallman has a more traditional rectangular one. But very similar boats, and there's one for sale which we'll put up on the screen down in Cushing, Maine for about a third of the price of this. But we selected this boat because her condition,
just the condition,
just.
And I'm going to say, it sort of reminded me a little bit. We did a video out in Seattle, Washington State. It was the Vancouver 27, I believe.
Yes.
It was also trailerable, but a little bigger than this. But
I think we called it at the time an ugly duckling.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a compliment, by the way, because ducklings are so cute.
Yeah.
But a similar look. So the coach roof had a similar shape to it and all that sort of thing. So. But really, really slick.
Now you can see the bracket for the engine here.
Yeah, so it's got a 6 horsepower outboard. I think it's a Tohatsu that comes with it.
Some purists wouldn't want that, but you know.
Yeah, but again, as we mentioned,
need to get around.
You can move it around. You can take it to the shop to get fixed if there's a problem, and you don't have to worry about smelly diesel and all that good stuff. And you go slap this on the lake too.
That's the thing. This could be easily a nice little lake boat, wouldn't it?
100%.
Love the shape.
Really love the shape of this boat. The lines are so distinguished, and I think you're going to be, you'll be the belle of any ball in any harbor with this thing. You're going to be a curiosity for people to come check it out. So,
and seaworthy.
And seaworthy, absolutely. These have crossed oceans, like we said in the opener. Whether or not you do that is up to you.
That new world we were just talking about.
Exactly. You want to go find new worlds? Fielder's choice on that. So let's go up on deck.
We don't even need a ladder. We can just hop on.
Yeah, give me 10 fingers. I'll hop up. All right, so now we're up in the cockpit of this beautiful little boat, and you can see it's not the biggest cockpit. I'd say 2 people you're going to be comfortable. 3 might be a crowd. That's the old adage, right? So no big deal. But Ken, look at this beautiful tiller with this ornate handle here. Pretty cool. So beautifully varnished. It does have tiller pilot, by the way. So there's a clip here, and then the ram goes on this piece of equipment over here.
Yeah.
And then your main trailer's right here. This wood frame is just to hold the boom for transportation on the trailer.
Right. So you have a little more room for the tiller for your elbow out there.
Exactly.
Because it's fairly short tiller. It's interesting. We were just on that other boat where it extended out.
Yeah.
That was a nice little feature. But I think it's such a small cockpit you don't really need it.
You don't need it, and it would just be in the way. So nice high coamings. So if you were to consider crossing an ocean, you've got a little protection here.
Or crossing the bar.
Hey, that's another Tennyson reference, isn't it?
That's it.
Hey, nice one, Ken. Not quite ready for that. So your primary winch is here, and like I said, nice high coamings and a couple of scupper drains in the cockpit floor here, and just a cozy little boat. So we're going to work our way up to the bow. I don't think it's going to take very long.
I was going to say, a little shaky here.
A little shaky. But again, Dyneema lifelines. Here's your wastewater pump out over here. So it does have a holding tank.
It does have a holding tank.
Yeah.
Does it really? No.
I'm sorry, I read that wrong.
You did.
That's water system, not wastewater.
There's a little composting toilet in there.
Yeah, all right. My apologies, everybody.
Well,
no holding tank.
I don't know who E.B. White's son is, so there's that.
Going back to E.B. White, are we? So, nice little foredeck.
Yep.
Very, very simple. Everything is very simple. Nice forward hatch for your V-berth. Stainless steel standing rigging on your mast. And here's your beautiful little pulpit.
Not a lot of bulwark here, but...
No, minimum bulwark. But again, there's only so much you can do with 20 feet, right? But come up here, Ken, and look back. It's just like, it gives you a sense of that, oh, you want to hand me a camera?
Yeah, I want you to.
Yeah, because there's a bungee cord blocking your way, but...
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, this is very nice. So I can't wait to see down below.
I know.
Boy,
Some handrails on the coach roof.
and we're talking the other boat too. I don't see much for any crazing, and this is a 1983.
Literally no
So
crazy.
pretty amazing. It must have been built. That's what I love about some of these older boats. They're built so solidly.
Yes.
I mean, they didn't know fiberglass. Let's put another layer on.
An interesting coincidence maybe that this boat was built in Canada and that beautiful Nicholson 31 was built in the UK. They really know their craftsmanship.
Yes.
No dissing on American boat manufacturers, but literally not an ounce of crazing
But if you're going to be out like in the North Sea, you better have something
Yeah,
solid.
exactly. So
Yeah, so there's no tabernacle here, right? So that's why you'll need something else to help step
yeah,
this.
there is one through bolt pin there, but I don't think that would be a traditional tabernacle setup there. So you'd have to fashion something.
And it
But-
does have, it's got an antenna for your VHF probably.
Yep.
And I think it had the Windex mount as well.
I think you're
So
right,
That's
yeah.
nice.
So what do you say? Should we
Can we squeeze in down below?
yeah, see if we can both fit in
All
there.
right, let's get in there.
All right.
So just gonna see what's we got here. It's a little speedo.
Okay.
All right, so these little panels come out pretty easily, even with the mast on deck. Oop,
Get in there, Ken.
I'm a little wet. There we go.
Yeah, there's been a lot of rain lately.
Yeah, we had a ton, didn't we? Oh my goodness, it's adorable down here. Look at this.
Here, I'm gonna hand this baton off to you.
Wow. Coming down.
Oh man.
I mean, you know, it's close quarters, but it's pretty cute. I love this. The
Carpeting.
carpet on the ceiling.
Ah,
Oh, sorry.
hey. Yeah, so this is a good look at these opening ports. So
Yeah, and those are newer, obviously. Yeah, so those look in good
yeah,
shape.
that's interesting. So we'll put some pictures up of what these typically look like, and I would say that's a huge upgrade. So
Yeah, because you wouldn't get much. You only have the one. You get a
forward
ventilation.
hatch there, yeah.
All right, a couple little compartments for dry and storage. Not a lot of insulation, so
I'd bring a cooler on this boat.
on this boat.
But you do have a little sink with
A little sink with a little pump action here. That's
Yeah.
great. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. The controls are here. I don't know if you can see those.
the panel. Oh yeah.
The panel here,
Yep.
down here. And let me-
Oh, this
go
has a new lithium battery, by the way.
Oh yeah, there it is, right in there. So yeah, you can maybe just see it. But look at that, very neat. Look how everything's just so nicely done. I love that.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that you got to look
So
out for.
it's clear the current and previous owners put some real thought and love into this boat. So Ken, you're going to have to do it. You're going to have to.
I'm
do
gonna
that.
have to do it. All
You
right.
got- you gotta
No,
get
I
in
don't
there.
need it. I don't need it.
No, not use the head. I meant
Oh,
get in the V berth.
Do I really have to?
I
I
know
don't
how
want to
you
do
get.
it on camera.
I know how you get stage fright.
I know. I just want to show you this as a table, and I saw a post there,
Oh yeah.
and it goes right where you are. So nice little.
Look at that.
I'll flip it around, but you can see it's got the little
Fiddles on it. and
fiddles on
everything.
it, so that sits in there. So yeah, not you know.
That is really kind of cool.
All right, I'll do the.
You got to do it. I got to test it.
But I'll go this way.
Our viewers expect you to do stupid human tricks like this.
All right, plenty of room.
And oh my gosh, yeah, tons of room. So it's all carpeted,
Yeah, so it's gonna be very quiet.
very quiet.
A lot of
and,
sound, acoustica observations.
You know, you're not going to like chafe against fiberglass or
No.
anything like that. It's all, and it's in perfect condition.
It really is.
I literally have not seen anything regarding this boat that looks like it's been, sort of mistreated or not kept up. So it looks like your main sheet.
Main sheet winches, and it looks like a
Compass.
compass here that looks
Yep.
like it has a little mount, so that probably goes
Out in the cockpit
on the
somewhere.
cockpit somewhere.
What's behind you there? There's some switches.
Oh, yeah, it's probably the bilge pump, cockpit,
Okay, speed.
is that the speed?
Maybe, yeah. Cabin lights.
cabin dimmer.
It's on
and
a dimmer?
Yeah, and a fuel level.
Huh.
In the cockpit. So
Interesting.
It's my.
Interesting.
I'm not sure.
And on this side, I don't have my glasses on. Oh, navigation lights. Okay.
So it must be all the lighting.
And a little quarter
Or
bird here.
pumps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very tiny.
But well
Yeah.
done and well thought out. I mean, look at this. I mean, if you wanted a small little weekend cruiser,
Yeah.
this thing is cool.
This is great.
I mean,
you just put a little grill on the back and you're good to go.
yeah.
Yeah, fun little boat.
Honestly, we haven't seen a boat in this nice of condition, I don't think, yet. It's mint. I don't see anything wrong with it.
No.
Even it looks like the cabin sole was replaced at some point with that.
Yeah, this is actually got a nice little
it's rubberized.
So it actually feels very comfortable on the feet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's your little porta potty. I mean, this thing is cool. Would you take it across an ocean?
No.
Would you take this or a Catalina 22? Ooh, as a sailboat? I think I'd take this.
Yeah.
Because those are a dime a dozen.
That's true. This is you're gonna be noticed out on the water.
You're gonna be seen on this. Yeah. Maybe not as fast as a Catalina 22, but this is definitely stiffer, more rugged. But
wow.
Yeah, really.
I don't think there's anything else to see.
Yeah, no, I think it's all.
I think we're all good. And there might be some storage for the water tank here, probably.
Yeah. It looks like a bladder, maybe.
Bladder in there.
Yeah. Very cool. Nice new fenders.
Yeah, new fenders.
This thing's ready to go.
It really is.
Well, what do you say? Should we wrap it up?
Got to wrap it up. We put a big bow on this.
Yeah, I've got the tow hitch on. Let's just get the heck out of here. He's out of state.
Yeah, you'll never know.
The sun's inside. We could.
So good luck with your bigger boat. We got this one.
Yeah, we'll take care of this for you.
What is the price on this one anyway?
Hey, good question. I think it's right around $10,000. We'll put it up on the screen. And like we said, there is that Holman sister ship for sale in Cushing for about $3,500, but this one looks pretty cherry relative. So
yeah.
Well, Kenneth, what did you think?
I'm very comfortable just sitting right here.
Isn't it?
Fun little boat. I mean, I'd probably prefer this more in a lake because of its size, but I think she's pretty solid. I mean, in terms of the numbers, she's a pretty rugged little boat, isn't she?
Her ballast displacement is 40. She's a very stiff boat. And she's a moderate displacement at 250. And her comfort ratio is a little lower, around 15, because it's just such a small boat.
It just doesn't have the length, so
it doesn't have the length. It doesn't have the water line. A great day sailor, a great first boat. As we said, it's a great gateway boat.
It's the gateway boat. I mean, I did it. I had a 27-footer, and now I'm at 38. So you got to get into it. And what a way to start with something that's simple, not too much to deal with. Get used to sailing first, and then you've got all the other stuff you have to deal with.
Well said, Ken. And because it can be trailered, you could keep it in your backyard and put it in the water if you're going to do some extended sailing. And once you get the rigging down, you could probably do it well under 2 hours. It's just a question of your familiarity with the boat and so forth. But yeah, simple, go small, go now. I think Lynn Parday said that. And this is all of that. And literally, you and I have looked at a lot of boats. I don't think there's anything that needs to be done to this boat.
No, and some really nice upgrades, including the little port lights here. And it's just
lithium battery.
And you're getting a lot for the money. So it was actually $10,999.
Yes.
So, but
just shy of $11,000, and that's the asking price.
Of course.
And it's been beautifully maintained, and you could literally put this in the water tomorrow.
That's the thing. There's really, I don't see anything that needs to be done. I mean, I'm assuming the engine runs, right?
Yeah, the outboard apparently runs smoothly and quietly.
What is it, like 9.9?
It's a 6 horsepower.
6 horsepower.
Yeah.
That'd be plenty for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We just moved our boat onto a dock with a 2.5 horsepower on our dinghy. So.
And we displace nearly 18,000 pounds. This is only 2,500. Anyway, guys and girls, listen, this is a cool boat. We really appreciate all your support. What fun this was to see. Like we said, a cult classic. And be careful, buyer beware, because you start sailing this thing, you're going to fall in love with sailing big time. And that's what we're all about here at BoatFools. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for clicking like. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing. Don't forget to check out the BoatFools report. Don't forget to check out our consulting page on the website if you're looking for some help in finding the perfect boat for you. So if you're not in Maine or near this boat, you can trailer it to your home, but always keep an eye out in your neighborhood for a boat like this, because these are stinking cool.
Right, you said they made some other sizes too.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, they made a 16-footer and a 29 30-footer. So a couple different options out there under the Nordica brand. And again, check out the Holmans too. It's like a sister ship. But man,
what a fun little boat. And we love bringing these little oddballs. I think they're
absolutely great. Yeah, you don't see these every day. So everybody, hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you out on the water.